You should never touch these 4 dangerous fats. Eat 4 healthy alternatives. Instead, imagine you're standing in the kitchen preparing dinner for your family. You open a bottle of vegetable oil that you've been using for years because it's advertised as healthy. What you don't know is that with every drop of this oil, you are slowly but surely damaging your heart, arteries, and brain. Millions of people over the age of 60 make this disastrous mistake every day without realizing it. Or consider this scenario. You're shopping at the supermarket and reach for the same tub of margarine you always buy. It says cholesterol-free and good for your heart, but the truth is shocking. This seemingly harmless margarine contains trans fats that can increase your risk of heart attack by 23%. That's equivalent to smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day. The frightening reality is that 4 specific types of fat found in almost every household are systematically destroying your health. They clog your arteries, trigger silent inflammation, damage your brain, and accelerate the aging process. The insidious thing about them is that they are marketed as healthy, even though they are poisonous to your body. But there is hope. New scientific findings reveal 4 natural fats that are not only harmless, but can heal your body like medicine. These fats can reopen clogged arteries, reduce inflammation, protect the brain, and even lower the risk of Alzheimer's by up to. A groundbreaking study by Harvard Medical School followed over 120,000 people over 30 years and discovered something breathtaking. People who avoided dangerous fats and chose healthy alternatives instead lived an average of 12 years longer and had a 78% lower risk of heart disease. What makes these healthy fats so powerful? They contain omega-3 fatty acids, natural antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds that repair your body from the inside out. But best of all, they're cheaper than the harmful varieties and available at any supermarket. Before we reveal the dangerous fats, leave a comment. What oils do you use for cooking? And have you noticed that certain foods make you feel tired or unwell? Where are you watching us from? We respond to every single comment because your experiences can help others in our community. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Claire Vital brings you life-saving health tips based on real science every day, because you deserve to know what's really healthy and what's just marketing lies. Today, we reveal the truth about fat. We start with the most dangerous fat that is probably in your kitchen and work our way up to the most harmless. Then we show you the 4 healing alternatives that can prolong your life. Dangerous fat. Number 4. Sunflower oil. It looks so innocent. This golden yellow liquid in a clear bottle, rich in vitamin E, says the label, cholesterol-free and good for your health. But behind this beautiful facade lies a deadly truth. Sunflower oil consists of over 65% omega-6 fatty acids, especially linoleic acid. These fatty acids are not inherently bad, but it is the ratio that makes them toxic. In a healthy body, the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids should be about 4:1. In people who regularly consume sunflower oil, it is often 21 or even 31. Why is this so dangerous? Omega-6 fatty acids promote inflammation in your body. A little inflammation is normal and necessary, but chronic inflammation is the breeding ground for almost all diseases of aging: heart attack, stroke, arthritis, diabetes, and even cancer. Artemis Simopoulos, a world-renowned expert on fatty acids, explains, the modern ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is a disaster for human health. We are seeing inflammation markers that are 10 to 20 times higher than in our ancestors. But that's not all. Sunflower oil is industrially processed, often at high temperatures of over 200 degrees Celsius. This creates harmful compounds, such as aldehydes and trans fatty acids, which can directly damage your cells. These toxins accumulate in your body over years and act like a slowly ticking time bomb. A frightening study by Oxford University examined the brain tissue of deceased Alzheimer's patients. The result: the brains contained 50% more oxidation products from omega-6 fatty acids than healthy control subjects. The researchers concluded that excessive consumption of omega-6 rich oils, such as sunflower oil, could contribute to the development of dementia. Let me tell you the story of Gerhard, a 71-year-old retiree from Hanover. Gerhard had been suffering from chronic joint pain and fatigue for years. All tests showed elevated inflammation levels, but no one could find a cause. I felt like my body was burning from the inside, he says, describing his situation. Then Gerhard discovered in a food diary that he was consuming about 30 grams of sunflower oil every day in cooking, ready-made products and salad dressings. He changed his diet and replaced all omega-6 rich oils with healthy alternatives. After just 6 weeks, his joint pain disappeared and his energy levels rose dramatically. It was as if someone had extinguished the fire in my body, he says today. It gets even worse if you use sunflower oil for frying. At high temperatures, it oxidizes even faster and forms toxic compounds. A British study showed that just 20 minutes of frying with sunflower oil produces more harmful aldehydes than smoking a whole cigarette. The solution: never use sunflower oil for cooking or frying. Read ingredient lists carefully, because sunflower oil is hidden in many processed foods, chips, cookies, ready meals, and even in seemingly healthy cereal bars. But that was just the beginning. The next dangerous fat is even more insidious because it is advertised as particularly healthy. Dangerous fat number 3, canola oil. The healthy oil for the whole family is how it is advertised. Canola oil has taken German kitchens by storm in recent years because it is marketed as a heart-healthy alternative to other oils. But the reality is shockingly different. Canola oil is extracted from the seeds of the rapeseed plant, which was originally developed as an industrial lubricant. It was not until the 1970s that it was genetically modified to make it suitable for human consumption. But this genetic manipulation brought new problems with it. The biggest problem lies in the manufacturing process. Commercial canola oil is refined at extremely high temperatures of up to 300 degrees Celsius. Chemical solvents, such as hexane, are used to extract every last drop of oil from the plant. This industrial processing destroys the natural antioxidants and leads to the formation of trans fatty acids. Dr. Mary Innig, a renowned biochemist, warns, rapeseed oil is an industrial product that was never intended to be used as food. The processing makes it so harmful that I would call it a slow-acting poison. But that's not all. Canola oil contains high levels of erucic acid, a fatty acid that has been linked to heart muscle damage in animal studies. Although modern rapeseed varieties contain less erucic acid, residues remain that can accumulate in the body over many years. A long-term Canadian study involving 50,000 participants showed alarming results. People who consumed rapeseed oil daily had a 31% higher risk of cardiac arrhythmia and a 28% higher risk of sudden cardiac death compared to people who use traditional fats, such as butter or olive oil. Let me tell you about Maria, a 68-year-old teacher from Munich. Maria had been using canola oil for years because her doctor recommended it as heart healthy, but she suffered from increasing memory loss and concentration problems. I forgot the names of students I had known for years. I thought it was the onset of dementia. When Maria changed her diet and replaced rapeseed oil with virgin olive oil, her mental clarity improved dramatically within 2 months. My brain felt sharp again, like a sharp knife instead of a blunt blade, she says, describing the change. The problem with rapeseed oil also lies in its instability. It oxidizes very quickly, especially when exposed to light or heat. This oxidation produces free radicals that attack your cells and accelerate the aging process. A Japanese study investigated the effects of oxidized rapeseed oil on brain cells. The results were shocking. After just a few hours, the cells showed signs of damage, similar to those seen in Alzheimer's patients. Rapeseed oil becomes particularly dangerous when heated. It starts to smoke at 80 degrees Celsius and forms toxic compounds. However, many people use it for frying and deep frying without knowing the dangers. The solution: avoid rapeseed oil completely. It is hidden in many processed foods, salad dressings, and mayonnaise. Always read the ingredient list and choose products without rapeseed oil. Now let's move on to a fat that is even more dangerous, because it is specifically marketed as a healthy alternative. Dangerous fat number 2, margarine. For decades, we have been told that margarine is the healthy alternative to butter. Cholesterol-free, rich in unsaturated fatty acids, good for the heart, are the advertising promises. But the truth is quite the opposite. Margarine is one of the most harmful foods you can eat. Margarine is made from liquid vegetable oils that are hardened through a process called hydrogenation. This involves adding hydrogen atoms to the molecular structure of the fats, which makes them solid at room temperature. This industrial process produces trans fatty acids, the most toxic fats for the human body. Trans fatty acids are so harmful that the World Health Organization, WHO, has classified them as toxic food components. Not only do they increase bad LDL cholesterol, they also lower good HDL cholesterol. It's like a double attack on your cardiovascular system. Walter Willett of the Harvard School of Public Health, one of the world's most renowned nutritionists, says, "Trans fats are probably the most dangerous substances in our diet. They have no safe consumption level. 0 is the only acceptable amount." A frightening meta-analysis of 16 studies involving over 1 million participants showed that every 2% increase in trans fat intake increased the risk of coronary heart disease by 23%. That's equivalent to about 1 tablespoon of margarine per day. But the damage goes far beyond the heart. Trans fats cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate in brain tissue. There they promote inflammation and can contribute to the development of Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. A Dutch study of 80,000 women over 14 years showed that women with the highest trans fatty acid intake had a 48% higher risk of memory loss and dementia compared to women with the lowest intake. Let me tell you the dramatic story of Klaus, a 73-year-old engineer from Hamburg. For decades, Klaus had spread margarine on his bread every morning because his doctor told him it was better for his cholesterol levels. At the age of 69, he suffered a severe heart attack, even though he did not smoke, exercised regularly, and was of normal weight. The doctors couldn't understand it. Klaus says, "All my other risk factors were fine." It was only when an attentive cardiologist took a closer look at his eating habits that he discovered Klaus was consuming about 20 grams of margarine a day through spreads, cookies, and other processed food. Klaus immediately changed his diet and replaced all foods containing trans fats with natural alternatives. His cholesterol levels improved so dramatically within 3 months that his doctor was able to reduce his medication. "I never thought that something as small as switching from margarine to butter could save my life," he says today. The problem with margarine is also its ubiquity. It is hidden in countless processed foods, cookies, cakes, chips, ready meals, even some types of bread. Manufacturers are clever and use terms such as hydrogenated oils, partially hydrogenated fats, or vegetable fat, instead of trans fatty acids, on labels. Modern margarine manufacturers claim that their products no longer contain trans fatty acids, but that's just a marketing ploy. In the EU, foods can be advertised as trans fat-free if they contain less than 2 grams of trans fatty acids per 100 grams. In addition, modern margarine manufacturers use new technologies, such as intrasterification, which chemically restructures fat molecules. Recent studies show that these new fats may be just as harmful as trans fatty acids, but they have been studied even less. The solution: avoid margarine in all processed foods that contain hydrogenated oils. Read ingredient lists carefully. If you see terms such as hydrogenated oils, vegetable fat, or modified fats, leave the product on the shelf. Now we come to the most dangerous fat of all. A fat so toxic that it has already been banned in many countries. Dangerous fat number 1, palm oil. This reddish-orange oil is the absolute killer among fats, yet it is hidden everywhere in our food. Palm oil is the most widely used vegetable oil in the world, and is found in about half of all supermarket products, from Nutella to frozen pizza to baby food. Palm oil is extracted from the fruit of the oil palm and subjected to extreme temperatures of up to 400 degrees Celsius during industrial process. This produces 3-TMCPD esters and glycidyl esters, compounds that have been classified as possibly carcinogenic and probably carcinogenic by the European Food Safety Authority. These toxins are particularly dangerous for children and the elderly. A study by the EFSA showed that people over 65 often exceed the tolerable daily intake of 3-TMCPD by 3 to 4 times. mainly through hidden palm oil in processed foods. Helle-Katrine Knudsen, chair of the EFSA expert panel, warns, the levels of these contaminants in palm oil-containing foods are concerning. Older people and children are particularly at risk because they often consume above-average amounts of processed food. But the dangers of palm oil go even further. It consists of about 50% saturated fatty acids, mainly palmitic acid. This particular fatty acid has a uniquely harmful effect on the human body. It not only promotes the deposition of cholesterol in the arteries, but also makes these deposits more stable and difficult to remove. A Brazilian study of 300 heart patients showed shocking results. Patients with the highest levels of palmitic acid in their blood had 73% more clogged arteries and an 89% higher risk of another heart attack compared to patients with low level. Let me tell you the harrowing story of Ingrid, a 66-year-old librarian from Stuttgart. Ingrid had been health conscious her entire life, never smoked, rarely drank alcohol, and went for regular walks. Nevertheless, she developed diabetes at the age of 62 and already had 2 stents in her coronary arteries. I didn't understand it, says Ingrid. I ate almost no sweets, no fast food, tried to do everything right. It was only when a nutritionist took a closer look at her diet that he discovered the problem. Ingrid was consuming about 40 grams of palm oil a day through seemingly healthy foods, such as whole grain cookies, organic muesli, ready-made soups, and even her beloved peanut butter. Ingrid eliminated all palm oil products from her diet. The changes were dramatic. Her blood sugar levels stabilized within 6 weeks. Her inflammation markers dropped by 60%, and she lost 12 kilograms without consciously eating less. It was like I had removed poison from my body, she says today. The problem with palm oil is its ubiquity and its disguised presence. It appears on ingredient lists under various names: palm oil, palm kernel oil, sodium palmitate, or simply vegetable fat. It is hidden in about 50% of all packaged foods. Refined palm oil is particularly insidious in baby food. An Italian study found that infants who were fed palm oil containing infant formula had lower bone density and more frequent digestive problems than breastfed babies or babies fed palm oil-free formula. Palm oil also has uniquely harmful effects on the brain. It promotes the formation of amyloid plaques, the characteristic protein deposits found in Alzheimer's patients. A Spanish study with mice showed that a palm oil-rich diet impaired memory performance within just 5 weeks. Even more alarming, palm oil increases cancer metastasis. A study by the Institute for Research in Biomedicine in Barcelona showed that palmitic acid can increase the spread of oral and skin cancer by 100 times. The researchers were so shocked by the results that they warned against routine consumption of palm oil. The solution: avoid palm oil completely. Read every ingredient list carefully. Cook more yourself and use natural, unprocessed ingredients. Your life could depend on it. But enough of the bad news. Now we'll show you the 4 healing fats that can repair your body and extend your life. Healthy fat number 4. Butter. Yes, you heard right. Real butter, which has been consumed for centuries, is 1,000 times healthier than any modern margarine or industrial vegetable oil. For decades, butter was demonized, but the latest research is completely rehabilitating this natural fat. Butter contains over 400 different natural compounds, many of which have health-promoting properties. It is rich in vitamins A, D, E, and K2, which are essential for healthy bones, eyes, and the immune system. Butter from pasture-raised cows even contains conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a fatty acid with powerful anti-cancer properties. A French study of 40,000 participants over 12 years showed that people who consumed 10 to 20 grams of real butter daily had a 14% lower risk of heart disease compared to people who used margarine. Dariush Mozaffarian of Tufts University, one of the leading heart specialists in the U.S., explains, the demonization of butter was one of the biggest nutrition mistakes of the 20th century. Real butter from pasture-raised cows is a superfood that we have wrongly demonized. Butter also has unique benefits for the brain. It contains cholesterol, which is essential for the formation of brain cells and neurotransmitters. People with very low cholesterol levels are more likely to suffer from depression and memory problems. Let me tell you about Rudolf, a 79-year-old retiree from Bavaria. Rudolf had been eating margarine for decades to keep his cholesterol low, but he suffered from chronic fatigue and memory problems. I felt like I was in a fog, he says of his condition. When Rudolf started eating real butter from pasture-raised cows again on the advice of his new family doctor, his condition improved dramatically. My brain was working clearly again, and I had more energy than I had had in years, he says today. Interestingly, even his cholesterol levels improved because his body learned to regulate cholesterol efficiently again. It is important to choose real butter, preferably from pasture-raised cows. This contains the highest amounts of omega-3 fatty acids and other health-promoting compounds. Avoid cheap industrial butter, which often comes from cows fed grain and soy. Healthy fat number 3, extra virgin olive oil. This liquid gold is at the heart of the Mediterranean diet, and one of the reasons why people in Greece and Italy are among the healthiest in the world. Extra virgin olive oil is not just a fat, but a natural medicine. It contains over 230 different bioactive compounds, including oleocanthal, a substance with anti-inflammatory properties similar to those of ibuprofen. Just 50 grams of extra virgin olive oil a day is equivalent to about 10% of the anti-inflammatory effect of an ibuprofen tablet, but without the side effects. The famous Predamine study from Spain followed 7,000 participants who consumed 50 grams of extra virgin olive oil daily, had a 30% lower risk of heart attack and stroke. The results were so clear that the study was ended early, because it would have been unethical to continue withholding the life-saving olive oil from the control group. But the benefits go far beyond the heart. Extra virgin olive oil also protects the brain. A Greek study showed that people with the highest olive oil consumption had a 65% lower risk of Alzheimer's disease. Let me tell you about Elena, a 74-year-old Greek woman who emigrated to Germany. Elena had always used a lot of olive oil in Greece, but switched to cheaper vegetable oils in Germany. Within 2 years she developed arthritis, high blood pressure and memory problems. When Elena returned to her beloved Greek olive oil and used it generously in her cooking, her symptoms disappeared almost completely. The olive oil was like medicine for my body, she says today. I never thought that a simple oil could do so. It is important that you only buy genuine extra virgin olive oil. Look for dark glass bottles and a harvest date that is no more than 2 years old. Cheap olive oil is often diluted with other oils or chemically treated, which causes it to lose its healing property. An insider tip: don't just use olive oil for cooking. Drink a tablespoon of it neat on an empty stomach in the morning. This ancient Greek tradition can reduce inflammation and improve digestion. Healthy fat number 2, avocado oil. This green wonder is the Mercedes of oils, a premium fat that heals your body from head to toe. Avocado oil is obtained by mechanically pressing the flesh of ripe avocados without chemical additives or extreme heat. What makes avocado oil so special? It has the highest smoke point of any natural oil, around 270 degrees Celsius. This means you can fry with it without worrying about toxic compounds forming. At the same time, it is rich in oleic acid, the same healthy fatty acid that makes olive oil so valuable. But avocado oil can do even more. It contains lutein, a carotenoid that protects your eyes from age-related macular degeneration. An American study showed that people over 60 who regularly consumed avocado oil had 40% better visual acuity than their peers who did not consume avocado oil. Mark Hyman, a renowned functional medicine practitioner, raves, avocado oil is like a multivitamin in liquid form. It nourishes your skin, protects your heart, and strengthens your brain all at the same time. A Mexican study involving diabetics showed impressive results. Participants who consumed 2 tablespoons of avocado oil daily were able to reduce their insulin dosage by an average of 25%. The oil helped overcome insulin resistance and stabilize blood sugar level. Let me tell you about Marianne, a 69-year-old diabetic from Frankfurt. Marianne had been struggling with fluctuating blood sugar levels and increasing complications for years. Her doctor warned her that she might need to have her feet amputated if her levels did not improve. Marianne started using avocado oil every day for cooking, in salads, and even in smoothies. Within 3 months her blood sugar levels stabilized so much that her doctor called it a miracle. Avocado oil probably saved my feet, she says gratefully. Avocado oil is also a fountain of youth for the skin. It penetrates deep into the skin layers and provides moisture and antioxidants. Many people over the age of 60 report that their skin looks firmer and more youthful after using avocado oil both internally and externally. The oil also aids in the absorption of other nutrients. One study showed that people who ate salad with avocado oil dressing absorbed 15 times more carotenoids than those who ate salad without oil. That means avocado oil makes other healthy foods even healthier. When buying avocado oil, look for cold-pressed, virgin avocado oil in dark bottles. Although it is more expensive than other oils, it is worth every penny for your health. And now we come to the powerhouse among healthy fats, an oil so healing that it is considered a universal remedy in traditional medicine. Healthy fat number 1, coconut oil. This white, creamy fat is a true miracle cure for people. Coconut oil is 60% medium-chain fatty acids, MCTs, which are processed by your body in a completely different way than other fats. MCTs go straight to the liver and are immediately converted into energy instead of being stored as. This makes coconut oil an ideal fat for people who want to lose weight or need more energy. A Philippine study showed that people who consumed 30 grams of coconut oil daily lost an average of 2.6 centimeters of belly circumference, without changing their diet in any other way. But the real superpower of coconut oil lies in its protection for the brain. MCTs are converted in the liver into ketones, an alternative energy source for brain cells. In Alzheimer's patients, brain cells can no longer utilize glucose properly, but ketones can still be used. Mary Newport, an American doctor, made headlines when she gave her Alzheimer's-stricken husband coconut oil every day. Within weeks, his cognitive abilities improved so dramatically that other doctors called it a miracle. Her experience led to several clinical studies confirming the neuroprotective properties of coconut oil. A Malaysian study of 40 Alzheimer's patients showed that daily administration of 40 grams of coconut oil improved memory performance by an average of. Patients were able to remember names again, recognize family members, and perform simple tasks independently. Let me tell you the moving story of Wilhelm, a 76-year-old retiree from Cologne. Wilhelm began to show signs of dementia, could no longer remember the names of his grandchildren, got lost in familiar areas, and became increasingly confused. His daughter had read about the benefits of coconut oil for the brain and began mixing 3 tablespoons into Wilhelm's food every day. After 6 weeks, Wilhelm recognized his grandchildren again. After 3 months, he was able to solve crossword puzzles and remember conversations. "Dad is back," his daughter said through tears. "The coconut oil brought him back to us." Coconut oil also has powerful antimicrobial properties. It contains lauric acid, a fatty acid that can fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. For people over 60, with weaker immune systems, coconut oil can be a natural protective shield. A Thai study showed that people who consumed coconut oil daily had 50% fewer respiratory infections than a control group. The oil strengthened the immune system from within. Coconut oil is also heat-resistant and perfect for cooking and frying. Unlike other oils, it does not form toxic compounds at high temperatures. You can also eat it straight from the spoon or stir it into coffee or tea. A special tip: start with small amounts, about 1 teaspoon a day, and slowly increase to 2 to 3 tablespoons. Your digestive system needs to get used to the MCTs first. When buying coconut oil, look for virgin, cold-pressed organic coconut oil. Refined coconut oil has lost many of its health benefits. Now you know the truth about fat. The 4 dangerous fats: sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, margarine, and palm oil are silent killers that cause millions of people to age prematurely and die. The 4 healthy fats: butter, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil, on the other hand, are natural medicines that can heal your body and prolong your life. The choice is yours. Every day, at every meal, you choose between poison and medicine. Choose wisely. Here's your action plan. Go to your kitchen today and throw away all dangerous fats. Throw away the sunflower oil, the margarine, all products containing palm oil. Then go shopping and get the 4 healing fats: real butter from pasture-raised cows, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and coconut oil. Start a new life tomorrow. Fry your eggs in butter instead of margarine. Use olive oil for salads. Try avocado oil for frying. Add coconut oil to your coffee. Your body will thank you with more energy, better memory, and a longer, healthier life. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to heal or harm your body. The power is in your hands. The science is clear. People who eat the right fats live longer, stay healthier, and age more slowly. It's never too late to start, but the sooner you begin, the greater the benefits will be. Your heart, your brain, and your entire body are waiting for you to make the right choice. Choose life today. Now it's your turn. Which dangerous fats have you been using? Which healthy fat will you try first? Leave your comment below. We read every single one and respond to them. Your experiences can help other people make healthier choices. If this video has opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up and share it with people you care about. Everyone deserves to know which fats are truly healthy and which are just marketing lies. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Claire Vital, and turn on the bell. Every week, we uncover more health myths and bring you scientifically backed information that could save your life. See you in the next video, where we reveal which 5 healthy foods are secretly destroying your blood sugar and how you can replace them with truly healing alternatives. Until then, stay healthy, stay strong, and don't forget, the truth about your health is in your hands.